Oh, it's getting messy in the Billionaire Boys Club because 50 Cent just lit a fire under Jay-Z's empire, and the smoke is darker than the blueprint itself. Forget rap beefs. This one's more like Illuminati meets IRS audit. Word on the industry street is that 50 has dropped bombs so explosive. Even Beyonce probably checked her group chat twice. The man who once survived 9 bullets has now decided to fire verbal ones straight at hip-hop's most untouchable mogul in the things he's accusing Jay-Z of. Let's just say they make the Kardashian family secrets look like kindergarten gossip. Insiders claim 50's expos didn't just shade Jay-Z, it ripped open the vault. We're talking sacrifices, silent deals, deleted tracks, and a trail of power moves that allegedly built one of the most untouchable careers in music. And Jay-Z, sources say he's furious. He's making calls, pulling strings, and trying to bury what 50 just resurrected. But it's too late, the receipts are out, the blogs are spinning, and the internet is feasting. So buckle up, because this isn't just another rap feud. This is 50 Cent vs. Jay-Z, the billion-dollar bombshell. And once you hear what's been exposed, you'll never look at the throne the same again. It all started like every great hip-hop scandal does: one mysterious post, one cryptic line, and a storm of speculation that could swallow the whole internet. 50 Cent, the king of chaos himself, dropped a bombshell that instantly had everyone clutching their phones like it was breaking news from CNN. No caption, no explanation, just a black and white image of Jay-Z, with the words, "Not everything that shines is gold. Some of it's guilt." Within minutes, social media went nuclear. Fans, bloggers, and every wannabe detective on Twitter dove head first into the conspiracy rabbit hole. What does he mean? Is he talking about Jay-Z's deals? Did 50 just confirm what we've all been whispering for years? Because here's the thing, 50 Cent doesn't throw subliminals. When he fires shots, he aims for the jugular. And this time, the target wasn't Ja Rule, Diddy, or even his old nemesis, The Game. Nope, it was Jay-Z himself. Let's rewind for a second. Jay-Z and 50 Cent have always had an awkward relationship, somewhere between mutual respect and silent warfare. They're both moguls, both legends, both obsessed with legacy. But behind the champagne smiles and billionaire handshakes, insiders say there's been tension simmering for years. It all dates back to the early 2000s, when 50 was fresh off his get-rich-or-die Trine takeover. Back then, Jay-Z allegedly warned the Rockefeller crew, "Y'all better watch out, this 50 Cent kid is coming." It sounded like respect, but in hip-hop, compliments come laced with competitiveness. From that moment, a silent rivalry was born. Fast forward 2 decades, and Jay-Z built an empire. Tidal, Roc Nation, a billionaire portfolio, and an image so clean he could probably host a TED Talk on success. But 50 Cent, he never forgot the whispers that Jay-Z's clean image came with dirty secrets, and now, apparently, he's ready to air them all out. According to industry insiders, 50's latest rant started after he found out about a private power move Jay-Z allegedly made, one that involved major industry money, hidden contracts, and maybe even a few burned bridges. One anonymous source said, 50's been sitting on this information for a while. When he saw how fake the industry was acting, he decided to press the red button, and oh boy, did he press it. 50 Cent took to his favorite weapon, Instagram, and began dropping cryptic posts like breadcrumbs. One showed Jay-Z shaking hands with a high-level exec, captioned, "Funny how loyalty disappears when the money multiplies." Another, a photo of a goat, yes, the greatest of all time, next to a snake emoji. You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to decode that one. Fans immediately knew. 50 was calling out Jay-Z for playing puppet master behind the scenes. The internet lit up like Times Square at midnight. Every blog from the Shade Room to HiFops ran headlines like, 50 Cent hints at Jay-Z industry scandal. Did Jay-Z sell out his day ones for power? 50 Cent suggests Jay-Z's success wasn't all hustle, and the theories? Wild. Some claimed 50 was exposing shady business deals that allegedly helped Jay climb to mogul status. Others swore this was about old Roc Nation artists getting iced out while Jay-Z cozied up to corporate elites. But then came the real shocker, an alleged leak from someone close to 50. They told a blog that 50 was preparing a 3-part expose on Jay-Z's rise to billionaire status, calling it the Blueprint Uncut. Supposedly, this was going to reveal what really went down in the years Jay built his empire. And when that rumor hit Twitter, the internet completely melted down. One fan tweeted, "If 50 drops this, the internet's done for a week." Another wrote, "Jay-Z better call Beyonce for PR backup." But what really made people lose it was 50's timing. See, Jay-Z had just been in the headlines for a mysterious business deal, something massive, something global but suspiciously secretive. A project tied to media rights, streaming control, and high-level investors. Nobody knew the details. And 50, always the opportunist, smelled blood. That's when he went live. In the middle of a casual interview for his TV empire Power BMF, you know, the shows that make people forget he's technically a rapper. 50 casually dropped the line heard round the world. "A lot of y'all favorite moguls didn't earn it. They traded for it." Boom. Mic drop. The hosts froze. The internet didn't. Clips of that line spread faster than a Kris Jenner press release. Comment sections were chaos. "He's talking about Jay. Who else would he mean? 50 don't lie about this kind of thing." It got so big that Jay-Z's name started trending without him even saying a word. That's power or panic, depending on who you ask. Then came the whispers, those dark, conspiratorial claims that have haunted Jay for years. The sacrifices, the blood deals, the industry rituals. 50 didn't confirm anything outright, but the way he teased it made everyone think twice. "They love to tell y'all fairy tales about hard work," he said in one live, smirking. "But some people ain't work hard. They just work dirty." It was the line that turned a feud into a full-blown scandal. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from 50's being petty to, wait, does he know something? Reddit threads blew up with fans analyzing lyrics, business deals, and timelines. People started connecting dots that maybe shouldn't be connected. Jay-Z's sudden disappearance from the public eye, old label drama, even references from Beyonce's albums that fans swore were coded, and 50. He just kept fanning the flames. He reposted a meme showing Jay-Z's face photoshopped onto a chessboard king piece surrounded by pawns. Captioned, "Every move got a price." Then he commented, "Y'all gon' see what I mean soon." That's when even celebrities started weighing in. Rick Ross, who's had his own share of run-ins with Jay, allegedly liked one of 50's shady posts. Charlamagne tha God joked on The Breakfast Club, "If 50 really got proof, we're about to see the biggest empire crumble since Enron." And behind the scenes, sources claimed Jay-Z was not amused. A close associate told a media outlet, "Jay's furious. He's calling it a smear campaign." He told his team, "Don't respond. Silence is stronger than shade." Classic Jay-Z, always the strategist, always the chess player. But the damage was already spreading faster than wildfire. Every major hip-hop outlet was asking, "What does 50 Cent know?" Fans started bringing up everything: old label lawsuits, ex-associates who disappeared from Roc Nation's radar, and even questionable partnerships that suddenly didn't look so squeaky clean. And as usual, 50 stayed on brand. No apologies, no clarifications, just smoke and more smoke. In one interview, when asked directly about Jay-Z, he laughed and said, "Let's just say, the truth don't need a publicist." That single quote made headlines in Variety, Billboard, Rolling Stone, and a dozen YouTube thumbnails with 50's smirk next to Jay's poker face. It was official. The feud had gone nuclear. But what nobody knew, yet not even Jay-Z, was that 50 wasn't done. Not even close. Because the next bomb he dropped wouldn't just target Jay's image. It would drag his entire legacy into question. And when that second wave hit, the internet didn't just react, it erupted. The day after 50 Cent's cryptic post, the entire hip-hop world was in meltdown mode. Everyone was waiting for round 2, and when it came, it hit harder than a 2003 G-Unit diss track. 50 Cent, never one to miss a viral moment, dropped a video clip from an unreleased interview. The interviewer asked him about Jay-Z's legacy, and 50 leaned forward, grinning like a man who knows he's about to start a fire. Jay's a businessman, right? But business don't make you pure. You know how many hands get dirty on the way to the top. Boom! That one line detonated across the internet like a sonic boom. Within hours, Twitter turned into a virtual courtroom. Fans were replaying that clip in slow motion, reading his smirk like it was coded language. Some said 50 was hinting at industry sacrifices, the dark, whispered rumors that Jay-Z had paid prices no one was supposed to talk about. Others thought 50 was calling out Jay for selling out his community for billionaire status. Either way, the story was spreading like a digital plague. Reddit forums went full tinfoil hat mode. Threads popped up titled Jay-Z's Billionaire Secrets. What 50 just confirmed. Some users were posting charts and timelines like they were building a Netflix conspiracy doc. Notice how Jay distanced himself from Kanye after 2016. One commenter wrote, "That's when the shift started. He cleaned up his image, but something changed behind the scenes. Even academics were chiming in." One cultural commentator on TikTok said, "What 50 is doing isn't just beef, it's disruption. He's breaking the illusion of hip-hop royalty." The comment section went ballistic, but the wildest reaction came from 50 himself. Instead of denying or clarifying, he went deeper. He posted a carousel on Instagram, 3 images in a row. A black goat with the caption, "They worship the wrong things." A blurred photo of Jay-Z at a Roc Nation brunch, shaking hands with executives. A money bag emoji next to a red candle dot and no words, no tags. Just that .it was a digital mic drop. The internet went berserk. The symbolism was too obvious to ignore the goat, the money, the candle. People were screaming Illuminati. Industry rituals, blood sacrifices, you name it. It was chaos on every timeline. One user wrote, 50 basically just said Jay sold his soul and he's not even denying it. Another added, when 50 trolls, it's entertainment. But this feels personal. And maybe it was. Because behind the scenes, industry insiders started whispering about an old betrayal. Word was that back in the mid-2000s, Jay-Z allegedly blocked 50 from a major business deal, a move that cost him millions and soured their quiet truce forever. Now, years later, 50 was allegedly settling the score publicly. A former Roc Nation associate spilled to a gossip blog. 50 is not lying. Jay made a lot of his fortune off deals nobody was supposed to see. He cut off people, silenced lawsuits, flipped street networks into corporate cash cows. Whether that's true or not, it didn't matter because perception had already replaced reality. People began revisiting Jay's history, combing through lyrics, interviews, and partnerships, looking for proof of 50's claims. Old footage resurfaced: Jay-Z joking with Warren Buffett, Jay meeting with politicians, Jay shaking hands with billionaires, and suddenly, the comments were flooded with accusations like, "There it is. Look at his eyes." Or, "That's not hustle. That's a trade-off." The narrative was writing itself. And you know who wasn't helping? Bianca. She stayed silent through it all, not a single post, not even a subliminal quote. Which, of course, made people go insane. Why isn't she defending her man? Blogs asked, is she distancing herself from the fallout? TikTok detectives started comparing her recent photo shoots, saying, she's been wearing darker colors. That means she's mourning his image. It was absurd, dramatic, and exactly how the internet likes it. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's camp was trying and failing to contain the damage. A Roc Nation rep released a short statement, "We don't respond to falsehoods." Jay-Z's legacy speaks for itself, but that only made it worse. Because silence in today's world sounds like guilt. That's when Diddy's name got dragged into it, because of course it did. An old interview clip resurfaced showing Diddy praising Jay-Z for his discipline in business. Commenters twisted it instantly. "Oh, you mean ruthlessness?" Suddenly, people were connecting Diddy's scandals with Jay's, calling it a billionaire brotherhood of secrets. 50 Cent, watching the chaos unfold, couldn't resist. He posted a meme of Diddy and Jay-Z laughing together with the caption, You ever see villains smile before the plot twist? The post had 3 million likes in less than 6 hours. Hip-hop fans were divided like never before. Some called 50 a truth teller, the man brave enough to challenge the industry elite. Others accused him of being jealous, petty, and manipulative. But no one could look away. Even Eminem's name got pulled in when fans dug up an old interview where he said, "Jay's always been too corporate for me," suddenly. That quote became evidence that everyone in the game knew Jay-Z had crossed lines. But 50 wasn't satisfied with memes. He went for the jugular dot in a new radio interview. He said calmly, "I know what it cost him to get where he at. And I'm not talking money." The host's eyes went wide. The audience gasped. The internet combusted. That clip became the most shared hip-hop moment of the year. YouTube reaction channels dissected it frame by frame. Analysts were like, "He's implying sacrifices." Commenters screamed, "He confirmed it without confirming it." Even journalists started tiptoeing around the story, writing headlines like, "50 Cent suggests Jay-Z's rise to power had hidden costs." Industry icons react to 50's shocking Jay-Z comments, and as the noise got louder, Jay-Z did something nobody expected. He unfollowed 50 on Instagram. Fans noticed immediately. "It's official. The war's on," one post read. When Jay-Z unfollows you, that's the equivalent of declaring beef in 4K. 50 wasted no time clapping back. He screenshot the unfollow and wrote, "I don't blame you, bro. I'd unfollow me too if I knew what was coming next." Absolute chaos. For the next 48 hours, all anyone could talk about was what 50 meant by what's coming next. Was he dropping documents? Music? Receipts? A diss track? Fans speculated non-stop. Then, out of nowhere, a leaked document started circulating, a supposed old Roc Nation contract detailing Jay-Z's early partnerships. Some said it proved shady dealings with certain execs, others said it was fake. But the timing was too perfect. Everyone assumed 50 was behind it. He didn't confirm it, but he didn't deny it either. Instead, he tweeted, "When the truth starts leaking, don't blame me. Blame the pipes." The internet erupted again. People started calling this the hip-hop WikiLeaks. Some even compared it to when Kanye ranted about the industry gatekeepers, saying, 50 is doing what he couldn't with receipts. By now, Jay-Z's PR team was in full lockdown mode. Publicists were allegedly instructed not to answer any questions, and close friends were told to keep quiet. But it was too late. The narrative had already escaped, and the final twist. An anonymous insider claimed that 50 was preparing an entire documentary, yes, a docu-series supposedly titled Empire, The Cost of Power. It would detail how the hip-hop elite rose through deals, deceptions, and disappearances. When that rumor hit the web, Jay-Z reportedly went ballistic, because if that documentary was real, it wouldn't just dent his legacy, it could shatter it. And in classic 50 Cent fashion, he didn't confirm or deny a thing. He just posted one final message: "The empire always falls from the inside." At that moment, everyone realized this wasn't just trolling. It was war, and the next chapter could burn down the entire throne. By now, this wasn't just rap beef, this was a cultural event. Hip-hop's biggest mogul versus its most relentless troll. The throne Jay-Z once sat on so calmly was starting to shake, and 50 Cent, he was standing right in front of it, lighter in one hand and a bucket of gasoline in the other. The entertainment world couldn't look away. News outlets, talk shows, gossip blogs, even financial analysts were discussing the feud. Why? Because this wasn't just about two rappers. It was about power, who had it, who abused it, and who was finally brave or crazy enough to expose it. Jay-Z, usually cool as ice, was now in full damage control mode. Word leaked that he called an emergency Roc Nation meeting. The agenda? One line: crisis containment. An insider spilled. Jay said, "We've built too much to let a clown tear it down." But what Jay didn't realize was that 50 Cent thrives on being underestimated. Every insult, every headline, every denial only fuels him more. That same day, 50 dropped a bombshell of his own, a voice note. It was short, scratchy, and allegedly from someone who used to work closely with Jay-Z. The voice said, He built that empire on more than music. A lot of folks got cut off. Or worse, no names. No timestamps, but that was all the internet needed. The clip hit millions of views in hours. Every conspiracy theory ever whispered about Jay-Z suddenly felt validated. Was it real? Who cares? The drama was too good. YouTube commentators went crazy. Some said this was proof of backdoor deals. Others called it an industry whistleblower moment. And of course, 50 Cent reposted it with a caption that simply read, "The silence is telling." Jay-Z still hadn't responded publicly, and that silence was becoming deafening. Fans started dragging him for being scared. One viral tweet said, "Jay-Z can drop bars about hustling in Marcy, but can't drop a statement when 50 calls him out." But 50 didn't stop there. Oh no, he went full demolition mode. He started posting old photos Jay-Z with politicians, CEOs, billionaires. Each picture had a cryptic caption like, "What did he trade for this table seat?" Or "Every boss got a sponsor." It was vicious. Jay-Z was suddenly being painted as less of a mogul and more of a manipulator, a man who built an empire by playing puppet master. Even mainstream media started asking uncomfortable questions. One think piece read, "Has Jay-Z's legacy been built on the illusion of morality?" Another said, 50 Cent's accusations force hip-hop to confront its dark side. And that's when the public perception began to shift. Fans who once saw Jay-Z as the pinnacle of business brilliance were now side-eyeing every achievement. The streaming deal? Shady. The NFL partnership? Opportunistic. The billionaire status? Too clean to be true. 50 Cent had done the impossible. He'd made doubt trend, even within the industry. Cracks were forming. Younger artists started throwing subs. One rapper tweeted, "The real ones never get invited to them brunches." Another said, "We ain't selling our souls for sponsorships." Nobody mentioned names, but everyone knew who they meant. Jay-Z's allies were panicking. A few quietly unfollowed 50, while others started defending Jay online. Kevin Hart tweeted, "Y'all love to tear down black success." Jay a legend. Rihanna allegedly sent a DM to a gossip page saying, "People will always twist greatness into gossip." But the damage was irreversible. Then came the biggest twist of all, a leak that shocked even 50's fans. A mysterious account posted screenshots of what looked like internal Roc Nation documents showing consulting fees paid to unnamed partners. Nobody could prove they were real, but that didn't matter. The narrative had already spiraled beyond control. Within hours, hashtags like #JayZExposed, #RocLeaks, and #50 versus the Empire were trending worldwide. The digital world was split. Team Hov vs. Team 50. Meanwhile, Tidal users noticed something strange. Certain tracks by 50 Cent mysteriously vanished from Jay-Z's streaming platform. Petty? Absolutely. Strategic? Maybe. But 50 saw it instantly and fired back with a tweet that broke the internet. "You can delete the music, but not the memories." That tweet alone hit 10 million views in 24 hours. And then came the nuclear bomb. 50 Cent teased that he'd drop proof. The next day, he posted a blurred-out document titled "Blueprint of Power." No details, just the words, "Tomorrow." The entire internet lost it. Memes everywhere. "Jay-Z can sleep tonight," one said. Another read, "Beyond typing up a crisis song as we speak." When tomorrow came, 50 didn't release the document. Instead, he dropped a teaser trailer. Yes, a movie-style teaser for what he called Empire. The Cost of Power, his upcoming Exposed docu-series. Dramatic music, slow-motion footage, and a voiceover saying, "Every king built his throne on someone else's back." Now, the truth will be televised. The clip ended with Jay-Z's silhouette fading into a pile of cash. The internet imploded. The trailer racked up millions of views in hours. Even Netflix allegedly reached out. TMZ reported that Jay-Z's legal team was exploring defamation action, while 50 simply posted a smirking selfie with the caption, "Sue me then." Meanwhile, behind closed doors, insiders said Jay-Z was livid. He feels betrayed. One source said, "He told people, 'I built everything through hustle, not witchcraft.' But no matter how many denials came, the damage was done. The internet doesn't do proof. It does perception. And perception had shifted. 50 had turned a few Instagram posts into a full-blown reputational earthquake. His brand skyrocketed, more interviews, more streams, more headlines. He was suddenly the voice of truth in an industry built on image. Fans called him the last real mogul. Meanwhile, Jay-Z stayed silent. No response. No interviews. Just a single, airy tweet. The loudest one in the room usually fears the truth the most. It was a classy move, but it came too late. 50 screenshot it, posted it with laughing emojis, and wrote, "Funny, I thought silence was stronger than shade." Instant classic.by then. The internet had already crowned 50 Cent the winner. It wasn't about who was right, it was about who entertained better. And 50 was the undisputed master of chaos. Even months later, the feud was still a cultural talking point. Late-night shows cracked jokes about it. Documentaries referenced it. Conspiracy podcasts dedicated episodes to it. The feud became legend. And as for Jay-Z, his empire didn't collapse, but the glow was gone. People started calling him J-Corp. The once invincible mogul now felt human, vulnerable, mortal. 50, of course, celebrated that fact like a national holiday. On the anniversary of his first "Not Everything That Shines Is Gold" post, he uploaded a photo of a chessboard with the caption, "Checkmate," because in the world of power, perception is everything, and 50 Cent had proven that one well-timed bomb can shake a throne built over decades. Jay-Z might still own the kingdom, but 50 Cent, he owns the conversation. And when it comes to exposing secrets, that's the real crown. And there you have it, the showdown nobody saw coming, but everybody secretly wanted. 50 Cent didn't just clap back. He detonated a cultural grenade right under Jay-Z's billion-dollar empire. From cryptic posts to coded memes to leaked receipts that may or may not be real, 50 turned the internet into his personal boxing ring, and Jay-Z, for once, looked cornered. This wasn't just a beef, this was a masterclass in chaos. 50 didn't drop an album. He dropped fear. He reminded everyone that in the industry, no legacy is too big, no mogul too safe, and no secret too sacred. Jay-Z built the throne, sure, but 50 just proved that even kings can bleed when the truth or a well-timed troll hits hard enough. But the question now is, was 50 really exposing the truth? Or just playing the world's most entertaining mind game? Because with him, you never know. He's either the hero hip-hop needs or the villain it deserves, and that's what makes it pure gold. So, if you love watching billionaires go to war with words sharper than Grammys, you're in the right place. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Drop your wildest theory in the comments, and hit subscribe before the next industry bomb drops. Because trust me, this isn't over. Not even close. Next week's headlines could flip everything again. That's why here at Truth Tattle, we don't just spill the tea, we boil the entire kettle. Stay tuned, stay skeptical, and remember, in Hollywood, the louder they deny it, the closer you are to the truth. This is Truth Tattle signing off with smoke, sarcasm, and scandals served sizzling hot.